Preparing the
Inner Circle.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Inner Circle. Today we're going to be talking about. I hit your knee. Today
Wait, what movie is? I didn't even see that movie.
We saw Blade Runner 2049, starring Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford.
God bless Harrison Ford.
Yeah, he's coming back to do sequels to franchises we thought were dead. Yeah, like Star Wars.
Although,
I didn't think they were going to get a sequel.
One, I don't want Indiana Jones. I'm sorry. Don't do it.
Well, they
Please.
did, but it did really badly.
They're doing another.
No one likes Crystal Skull.
And they're doing another.
Yeah. But going into Blade Runner, I noticed that this movie isn't getting as much attention as it needs to get.
Yeah.
And I have my favorite movie of the year and the best movie of the year. Up until this movie, which now takes the top spot for both, it was Get Out was the best.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with me that Blade Runner outdoes Get Out, but as a man who has seen Get Out multiple times and love it, Blade Runner is better.
And that usually the hype goes down after we see a movie. So
it goes very
low.
Yeah, very low. But
so the fact that it's still up there and you've seen Get Out multiple times, so you know exactly where you level it.
I think it's about 2 or 3 times I saw it.
That means that it's very good.
Yeah, it's well made. The cinematography is glorious. There's high amounts of depth of field.
The coloration is amazing.
The coloration.
That's a word.
Yeah, it is. It is. I was like, in terms of coloration, it was bleak. Not nearly as bleak as the original Blade Runner. And before we came over here, Tyler saw the final cut of Blade Runner, which is the most colorful. We're all colorful and gay here, you know.
Oh, I've seen the other one. Not the final cut.
The director's
cut. And yeah, it's bleak.
It's dark. It was it? It was like a neo-noir film back in the day. But this film kind of takes a back seat in terms of that category, and they tend
more action story,
more just good cinematography with bleak undertones. Everything's you can tell they're using those kind of lights you'd see. They're fluorescent lights, fluorescent lighting. It looks artificial, which might push the themes of the story, because this story will have you thinking about every single aspect, from the drink Ryan Gosling drinks to Harrison Ford's body fat.
Yeah.
What does it mean? His body fat. Mean.
The story does take precedent, though, towards the end of the movie.
The story always takes precedent. It's just foreshadowing.
Yeah, there's a lot of foreshadowing, but whenever you see the stuff of it actually coming together, it's amazing. What they do.
Everything's resolved once you think about it.
Everything. There's nothing left.
Yeah, which is actually kind of surprising, considering the ending of the first Blade Runner, where you're concerned if Deckard is a replicant or not. We are still not going to answer that, because honestly, when they did interviews with the cast, they got asked that question. Harrison Ford, what does it mean to be human? This is the kind of movie you'll be getting into.
Harrison Ford's done enough movies. He knows not to give something away.
Yeah,
he's very good at that.
Yeah, and this is not a spoiler. By the end of the movie, the definition of replicant, I have no idea if he's a replicant or not.
You never know.
You never know.
The fruity taste it shows.
Oh, jeez, they're not Fruit Loops. But I'm trying to think of anything else. But Ryan Gosling, man, his track record for the past few movies I've seen him in. I love La La Land. I love basically anything he's in, because he seems like he has the face that would match a normal A-list actor that would just be in anything that's high budget. But he goes for some kind of lesser titles, and he nails them out of the park.
Yeah. La La Land definitely was gonna be one, but then it became a big one after everybody realized how good it was. Another actor in this movie I really want to point out is, I can't remember her name, but she plays the wife in House of Cards, and she's also the general. the one that Ryan Gosling reports to.
Oh.
She is great at acting in this movie.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Like, you don't see much of her, but you can tell, like, she was very into this role.
I didn't know her correlation was, or her connection to House of Cards, but just an applause to, like, every single actor and actress in this movie. Quite. But
even the, like, I don't want to say much, but the girlfriend.
The girlfriend? Okay, yeah, this isn't a spoiler. Ryan Gosling has a girlfriend. It's a little different, but I'll allow you to go see the movie, because once we figured out what she was, that is worth seeing the movie alone, just for that interesting philosophical question.
Showing your crotch.
It isn't able to see it anyway. It's just showing us from the waist up. No, it's just showing us from the waist up.
Okay.
But
oh man,
I'm trying to think. Okay, the action scenes.
Batista was really good.
Batista was good for his like 5 minutes of airtime in the movie. I was about to say, if you're just going into this movie because you're a Batista fan, sorry. Like we're not
gonna say like what happens to him, where he goes. But, like,
just know he's only part of the movie for like 5 minutes.
Watch the
short films.
There's
2 short films and an anime that was made in promotion of this movie. We haven't watched the anime, but we've watched the 2 shorts. And honestly, I feel like it made me intrigued in the movie, but I want to go back and watch them because it adds context to what the characters do. That's the thing. You don't get full context onto like these characters, and these characters are morally ambiguous. There's no good or evil.
No.
It's just literally people being people.
Yeah, and I mean, they still keep the theme of, like, the Blade Runner. They're going to retire the replicants. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I don't know where I was going with this. Crap.
It's the same premise.
Same premise.
You're following a Blade Runner.
Yeah, and it's killing.
Okay,
like
if you didn't like the first Blade Runner, I want to get
where I want to go, but I don't.
Okay, but, like, I really want to say this to those who don't like the first Blade Runner. You will enjoy this.
Really?
What?
I thought it was more sociological. Oh, I can't think of words today. I'm tired. But it's like, I feel like it's more like the first one. And it's not like, you gotta think about it to understand like why it's a good movie.
This movie, like, okay, the thing about the original Blade Runner is they would never go back and show you little snippets of previous scenes for you to get the point. This movie's like, remember that? Whoop! It's like little tiny thing was Batista giving you a little hint, one of his last lines in the movies, in the movie, that kind of thing. It made things a little obvious, which might actually bring more casual viewers in. Because I know for a fact, I know a bunch of family members who have watched the old Blade Runner, and they're like, that movie sucked. And a lot of people don't like the original Blade Runner, but I promise you, this movie, I don't have the guts to say it's better than the first one.
Okay.
I have the guts to say that it is on the same level.
That's understandable.
It is a true sequel.
And the ending will have you on your seats just saying, wow. If you watch this movie and you pay attention, you will say, wow. Because there's something that I almost wanted to cry.
Yeah.
And it
also brings up psychological questions.
Yes, it does.
Like what I think I left the theater going like, am I human?
Yeah.
Are my memories even real? Which is a question posed by the first movie.
Yeah, because the first movie, there's the woman who is questioned, and it's the only reason it's harder to tell is because she is given memories. The other ones aren't. And now that has become a natural thing. The normal replicants now have memories of everything.
And
so you really don't know who's a replicant.
But, okay. So, final point I want to make. Final points from both of us. We'll both make a point real quick. But please give this movie a shot. I'd say, okay, you can't just go in and watch this movie. You have to watch the first Blade Runner. I will say that. But if you're willing to make it through Blade Runner to get to this movie, it has fan service for people who love it like me. But it is. Ooh, it pushes philosophical and psychological questions that will have you thinking about it the day after.
We're still thinking about it today.
Yeah.
And if you think, oh, like movie theater, $15, I don't know if I want to do it. If it's still in the theater, it's worth it. I would go see it for $15 again.
Yeah, it was so
It's a
amazing.
long haul. Go to the bathroom before you see it.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's worth it.
2 hours and 40-ish minutes.
Yeah. We're so used to the movies now.
Yeah.
We don't even notice a 2-hour movie. We're just like, whoa, that was quick.
Okay.
But all right, guys, that's it for today. We'll see you next time. Don't dab.
Bit
dab. Bye.